not make you upset enough, well, I have more nightmare fuel for you all. Now, according to this massive leak that exploded on Twitter yesterday and made the whole Pokemon community talk, well, apparently we have the whole entire Galar Dex, every Pokemon returning to the game, leaked. Now I'm going to show you this entire list. We're going to cry together, we're going to live together, and I'm just going to rip that band-aid off you right now so you can see if your favorite Pokemon will be returning in Pokemon Sword and Shield. Now stay to the end of the video, because after I tell you the list, I'm going to tell you if I think this leak is legit or not based on some evidence we have towards this leak and in the game in general. Now before we get into this list, make sure to kiss your favorite Pokemon plushie and light your prayer candles. Honestly, most of our favorite Pokemon have been Thanos snapped out of existence. All of our favorite lines have been extinct. Now, if you're a big fan of Pokemon and want to stay up to date with all things Pokemon Sword and Shield news, for worse or for better, make sure to subscribe to Niko for daily Pokemon videos. Now, let's get into this list. This is a colored chart of every Pokemon returning in Pokemon Sword and Shield. Some of which were shown off in the trailers and in the gameplay, some of which were not shown off. Green stands for Kanto, purple stands for Johto, orange stands for Hoenn, and so on. We have Charmander, Charmeleon, and Charizard, who is being used by Leon. So far, the only returning starters we have seen. We have the Butterfree line, we have Raichu and Pikachu, of course, we have Clefable and Clefairy, we of course do not have the Alolan forms of those, however, we have Diglett and Digtrio, Meowth and Persian, who are lime green, because this is showcasing the leak that I talked about earlier this week. I'll be making another video about it tomorrow, but they showed off Meowth and Persian in that leak, and a lot of people are taking that as truth, so that's why they're lime green. We have Growlithe and Arcanine, we have the Machamp line, we have Farfetch'd, who will be getting an evolution, we have the Gengar line, and we have Onix and later Steelix, we have Rhyhorn line, we have the Goldeen line, we have of course Magikarp and Gyarados icons, we have Lapras, who will be getting a Gigantamaxing form, we have the Evolutions, we have Snorlax, which I believe I did not see in the trailer, and we also have Mewtwo and Mew, which I also did not see there, so very interesting. We'll have those legendaries returning. We have Noctowl line, we have the Chinchou line and Lantern, we have Pichu and Clefairy, we have Pichu and a bunch of other baby Pokemon, and of course Togepi. We have Wooper and Quagsire, of course 2 more evolutions, we have Wobbuffet and Steelix, we have the Weavile line, we have Remoraid and Octillery, and we have Mantike, Tyranitar line, which is really exciting. Not all pseudo legendaries are actually in this game. If you noticed earlier, we don't have Dragonite or Dragonair, which is a really big blow. We have Ludicolo, which is of course very popular now from the Detective Pikachu. A lot of the Detective Pikachu Pokemon are actually in this game, like Apom and Jigglypuff have no sight in this game. We have Pelipper and Ralts and Kirlia and Gardevoir. We have Mancentric, we have Roselia. We have Wailord, which if that gets a Dynamaxing form, we are all done for. We have Flygon and Milotic, which makes me very happy. And we have Dusknoir. We have Snorunt and Glalie, and why not? Now jumping into Sinnoh, we have the evolution and pre-evolution of Roselia. We have Vespiquen, which looks absolutely terrifying when it chases you down. We have Drifbloom and Drifblim, sadly no Lopunny, my favorite Pokemon. We have Brozong, and we have Lucario. We have the Hippo line. We have Obama Snow, which makes me really happy, and Weavile. We have the Rhyhorn evolution. We have Togekiss. We have 2 more evolutions, which is really making me think. I really do think we are going to get new evolutions in this game. We have Gallade, we have Dusknoir, and Frostlass. Very excited to see Frostlass in this game, especially. It's a pretty icy region. I'm seeing a decent amount of Ice-type Pokemon, which is making me happy. We are missing Mamoswine, sadly, which is the best Ice-type Pokemon, in my opinion, that isn't a legendary. We have Gigalith, skipping a bunch of Gen 5 Pokemon. We have Seismitoad, Stalk and Throw. We have Garbodor, which really, we are missing some amazing Pokemon from Gen 5, like Volcarona and Electros and Crocodile, but we have Garbodor. Sisson, we have the Ice Cream line. Again, kind of sucks, but we have the big Water Ghost Girl. We have Garvantula. We've got Haxorus, very excited about that, and Braviary, Golurk. And my favorite pseudo-legendary, we've got the legendary, the 3-headed god Hydreigon, which makes me really happy. Moving on to Kalos, which actually has a decent amount of Pokemon for it, considering how small the region is. We have Diggersby, and we have Talonflame. We have Malamar, and we have Sylveon, we have Hawlucha, we have the Goodra line, which is really weird. We have Avalugg, we have Noivern. See what I mean? Like a pretty decent amount of Gen 6 Pokemon. And then we have from Alola from Hawaii, we got the Electric Bug line, we got Vikavolt, we got Wishiwashi, we have Mudsdale, we have Beware, we have Serena, we have Golisopod, which I'm very excited to see that Pokemon. That's gonna look freaky walking around. And we have Mimikyu. So there you go, that's all the returning Pokemon. Again, really weird we don't see some really obvious Pokemon here. Like, I really expected to see some more legendary Pokemon. There's basically no legendary Pokemon except for Mewtwo. I also expected Pokemon like Aegislash and Greninja, and starter Pokemon. There's only one starter Pokemon returning, which is Charizard. So I definitely am looking out for a lot of these Pokemon that aren't returning, which are really surprising to me. So back to Niko. Now at the start of the video, I said I'm going to talk about if this leak is legit or not. And I honestly think it isn't. I mean, everyone is talking about this leak like it's legit. It exploded on Twitter as like 40,000 likes, which is massive, massive, massive for a Pokemon related tweet. That's more than a Pokemon company gets for announcing games and stuff. That is huge. So it's exploding. Everyone is so upset and raging over the Galar Dex and not returning Pokemon. And it makes sense. And this list is pretty small, and I do think, call me an optimist, I do believe that there are way more new Pokemon than shown off in this list. Now, in this list, when you look at this list, about 85% of the Pokemon in this list are Pokemon we've already seen in trailers or in gameplay. So part of me thinks this person just, listed off every Pokemon that we saw in the trailers and in the gameplay, and just said those are the only ones returning and that's it. But on the contrary, also there are some Pokemon in this list we did not see in gameplay, like the Evolutions, but that is something very safe that a lot of us, seem to just assume. That is a Pokemon we tend to assume will be in the game. Overall, I don't know if this is real or not. If you look at the most legit leak we have, the one that leaked Nessa and Milo and Sonia and all the new Pokemon, Yamper, that person said that we'd be getting a brand new max forms of like Volcarona, and new Galar forms of Hydreigon, and new Galar forms of Zeraora, and there'd be Melton involved, and that there'd be Volcarona. We'll be getting Gigantamaxing forms in the game, and I don't see any of those Pokemon shown in this list. So I'm very conflicted. A lot of Pokemon in this list that I really doubt they would get rid of. Pokemon like Blaziken and Pokemon like Greninja, Pokemon like Aegislash. Like, Aegislash is the Pokemon Sword and Shield Pokemon. Like, I really think that it'd be in this new game. There's not that many Gen 6, there's not that many Gen 1 Pokemon in this list either. Like, I really think that Zubat would be in this game. I really think that Geodude would be in this game. Slowbro, I really can't imagine a game without Slowbro. I really can't imagine a game without... They just added all the new Tapus, and they have, Dialga and Palkia, and Lugia and Ho-Oh, and the legendary birds, and the legendary dogs, and Latios and Latias, and Rayquaza, and Salamence, and Metagross. Like, there's so many big Pokemon that are missing in this game that, I wasn't really that upset, because I thought a lot of them would make it. I thought at least a lot of the favorites would make it, but we aren't seeing a lot of the favorites in here, and it's making me really worried. So we'll see. No Aggron, but they also have Mimikyu in there, which I didn't see in any of the gameplay at all. So I'm really interested to see where they got Mimikyu from, and I don't know, guys. I'm pretty worried. So I want you to comment down below what you think about this list. Do you think it's legit? Do you think it's not? And what Pokemon do you... I want you all to comment down below the one Pokemon that's missing from this list that's making you upset, and also the one Pokemon you see in this list that you're super excited to put on your team. For me personally, I'm very upset to not see Lopunny in this list, obviously, but I'm very excited to see my other girl, Milotic, in this list. I love her so much, and I'm really excited to probably put her on my team. So yeah, comment down below. The best comments will be showing up in the next video. Here are my Pokepals of the day from the last video, and make sure again to subscribe to Niko Amii for daily Pokemon Sword and Shield news. Again, this leak, it's a rumor. I'm torn. Is it real? Is it not? We don't have any confirmation either which way. I just think this person kind of took educated guesses and kind of listed off every Pokemon we saw in the trailer and every Pokemon we saw in gameplay from E3 and just kind of made a big list of it and add some Pokemon. I really think there's more. I really do think we're going to see a lot of these Pokemon. I really